Hi, my name is uh, Wendell Lee. I'm the president of Operation Help Civil Rights Group. My number is 901-691-5705. 901-691-5705. I'm the president of Operation Help Civil Rights Group, and will be very briefly. People are in trouble here in Memphis, where people are in trouble in the United States. And basically, almost all people are in trouble, but basically black people are in serious trouble. Now, I just want to give an example. This is the kind of stuff that goes on in the United States dealing with black people, especially young black men in general. Understand this now. You got a lot of whites suffering today, so we want to make sure that that's understood. But a lot of black men are being shot down by police officers, and a lot of them is being framed up and put in prison. Right here we got these black guys right here. If you can see it right there, that's one. That's another one. And that's another one. These guys have served 30 years in prison for a crime that they didn't even commit. 30 years. And they pleaded guilty to the crime. They pleaded guilty. Now, yes, you're going to plead guilty. Anytime that they set you up in these upright caskets that they call jail, then you're going to plead guilty. These things are very small, and they call them jail cells, but they're really upright caskets. And they shut you up in them, and you can't tell if it's day or night. Some of these young guys, 16 and 17 years old, have been in these jails so long until they are falling out with seizures. And when they get sick and fall out with seizures, they be on the floor wailing and begging for help, some of them. And you got black security guards. Now, see, I'm going to tell you something. Most of your inmates in prison today are black, and most of the people that holding them there are black. So let's be realistic. Now, I'm just going to be honest. A lot of these guys that's black people, black men and women that's in jail, is being abused by black correctional guards. This is what I see, because you don't see too many white correctional guards in the Mid-South. What I see is black correctional guards. I've seen them where they beat these guys. Guys be on the floor laying down having a heart attack. I have seen it with my own eyes where they beat this guy. They beat him, took their penis out and peed all upside his head and sprayed him down with mace and walked off laughing instead of helping him. This is what I saw in the Mid-South, in these jails here in the Mid-South. You got police officers. A lot of the officers, they pull you over and they beat the hell out of you and they put you in jail. These are black police officers. A lot of them I see do it right here in the Mid-South. And you got black judges. A 16-year-old kid, I've seen a lot of cases where they're 15 or 16 years old. They come before these judges where they done stole a piece of crack cocaine from their mothers trying to sell it to feed themselves. You know they got to feed themselves, but that's in their nature. To reproduce and survive is in our nature. So they have to feed themselves. And when they go before these black judges, although they sold a $2 piece of crack cocaine, she will set their bond, a heat, up to $250,000, or some of them be $500,000. And there's no way they can get out. So they have to plead guilty in order to go to prison to get a little out, because they, like I said, they shut up in these caskets. And these caskets run people crazy. They drive them crazy. Our people are dying, black on black crime. They're killing each other in the streets, and nobody cares. We're going out existing here in America, and nobody cares. All the black preachers, I talk to them all the time, let's do something to reach out to our young black kids to try to help them. Let's do something to save these kids, set up programs. Let's create something that'll create jobs. Y'all got the money, you pastors, but what these black preachers are doing, nothing. Let me just give you an example. Now, I'm just telling like I see it. Black preachers make so much money, they just build their church, they just build them bigger and bigger and bigger. They building more and more big churches and sucking more and more money out the black community. People walking around the black community ain't got money to buy food because these big churches started sucking so much money out of the black community. Now these black people, they'll go there and put all this money into churches. All this money. And when they hungry, and their kids are hungry, they have to go way on the other side to the white church. Impact Ministry, white church. They have to go there and get in line and beg these people for food. Because the pastor that they go to, who got all the millions and all the brand new cars, won't give them a dime. Won't give them a dime. Don't think that you're going to heaven because you paid tithes. Jesus did away with that. You don't have to pay tithes. You don't have to pacify a preacher in order to get in paradise. It would be better if you gave money to a kid out there on the street hungry than to give it to a pastor who is filthy rich, got 9 brand new cars, done bought a funeral home off your money for him and his kids and sending his kids to the best college off of your money. Pimps, that's what they are, pimping. If a church, a black church, is not doing anything for its community, then you need to stop putting money in it. Why do you want to put money in these churches and these kids out here hungry? They got nothing, nothing to get involved in. Nothing positive. Pastors get together, buy a meat packing plant, create jobs, feed these kids. Create a little job, hire them. You can hire kids 16, 17 years old. You know, stop just sucking money out of the community. And the thing I want to tell the black people, stop taking the money to them. Stop giving it to them. See, if they're not doing nothing for the community. I'm not saying all pastors are bad, but something ain't right when you got millions and millions of, well, hundreds of thousands of blacks here in America. Hundreds of thousands. Young black men and women dying every day in the street. See? Okay, robot. The average black judge is like a robot. Okay, what I mean about robot, a robot is programmed to do what he's supposed to do. He can't make his own decision. See, he's doing what he was programmed to do. This is the reason a lot of black kids, when they go before these judges, he can't see that this child is hungry out there. He's 15 years old, hungry, ain't killed nobody, ain't robbed nobody, ain't raped nobody, sold $2 piece of crack. And he's hungry, and he's trying to feed himself. What this black judge look up, he's a robot, well, he can't make his own decision, and he's what you call a book Negro. So well, he looks and he said, well, I'm gonna do my job. Because that's the excuse we all use when we know we're doing something evil. Because I've seen a lot of other people and other races, and I hate to get into race because I just believe we all, you know, should just, if we can do something to get rid of race, because we all humans, and we are one race of humans. But I've seen you can't get this over to a lot of our black politicians because they pacify the whites, and they don't care about their own self-hate, you know. Negroes that think they better than us. We always like that. You put a badge on one Negro, he think he's better than the rest of them. And he got to go in the neighborhood and kick him around and show him that he's the top dog. You understand? But now it ain't just black officers doing it. You got a lot of white officers the same way. They get the badge and they just feel like it's God. And they're not working for the people. Hell, we need to take our country back and give it to the people. People need to come together, support organizations like the group that I have, Operation Help Civil Rights Group, and support other groups. You understand? They want to talk about the sovereign citizen. Sober citizens is not afraid of crooked police officers. They're not afraid of them. They're not afraid of crooked. And in my opinion, in my belief, that if they shot or killed a police officer, it's because he went outside of the line of duty. He went outside of what he's supposed to do that by law. If a police officer pulled you over and pulled you out the car and hang his foot in your behind and spit in your face and laugh, he need his head blowed off. Because that's not what he's supposed to do. Everybody ain't gonna let you beat the hell out of him and ride off drinking. It ain't gonna happen that way. You don't have no law out here watching these police officers. And just like I said once before, you need peace officers. You need peace officers stop rapes, robbers, and murder. You don't need a police officer that tell you to get the hell off your porch and you sitting out there enjoying yourself, or make you go in your house and kick your door in on your wife while she's naked and everything. If you ain't killing nobody and harming nobody, they shouldn't be bothering you. That's reality. They shouldn't be bothering you. So I'm going to be briefly, but I want to say it again, that black people in general, they better do something real quick and fast, because we are dying. Nobody care about the kids. Yes, there's some white kids too that's caught up, but that doesn't nobody care anything about. But I still say it again, it's a lot of black kids, nobody give a deep about these kids. And when you go before these, and when they go before these judges with these little petty crimes, these judges, especially the Negro judge, he gonna stick it to him, because he don't care nothing about his people. That's why people scared to vote for black politicians, because when you vote for them and they get in the office, they don't do a damn thing for their people. Nothing. Nobody gonna hate them from helping their people when they know that we are descendants of slaves and we ain't got nothing and they done us wrong. When they let us out of slavery, they didn't give us nothing. Nobody gonna get angry about it, because Christian people and people of God, they want to help everybody. So they're not gonna get angry because you Uncle Tom Negro done got in the office and you won't do nothing for. If you do something for your people, they won't get mad. But they'll get mad if you don't do nothing for them, if they are Christians. We are the one that's suffering the most. In Memphis, Tennessee, the county jail is crowded with nothing but black men. You can't count 10 white men in that jail. And all your correctional officers there, sheriff, correctional officers, is beating the hell out of those kids and enjoy doing it, because they think they're doing something to get approval from their white supervisor, and it's wrong. We some sick people. Why is it that we can't come together? I leave that with you all. Thank you.